Um, Hi, sorry again. Okay, um, another interruption. Sorry, forgive me. Um, Extremely sorry. Okay, let's continue with JavaScript and camel case. So, as I said, is dash, also known as hyphens. It is only reserved for subtractions, so it is only an arithmetic uh, operator. However, you can use the underscore to create names. So this entire column is based on a camel. As you can see, upper camel case is the Pascal case. This means just the capital letters, and lower camel case is starts. So you start the name with a small letter like this, small f, small m. And finally, for this JS syntax, the JavaScript uses the Unicode character set. So this is JavaScript syntax, and let's go to JavaScript statements. Okay, so JavaScript statements are instructions to be executed by the web browser. You already know that. So based on the example, this statement tells the browser to write hello dolly inside an HTML element with ID demo. So earlier you have seen similar examples like this. So when you click, it will show hello dolly. Um, so this is a JavaScript program using the statements. So x is 5, y is 6, and z is x plus y. So you state z will show 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. And semicolons, you know what is semicolons? To finish each statement so that you don't get confused and the code runs smoothly. And when you use semicolons, you can even write multiple codes or multiple statements in one line. There's no problem because semicolon separates each statement. Sorry, keep checking that. Next is JavaScript white space. Okay, JavaScript ignores multiple spaces. You can add white space to your script to make it more readable. So the following lines are equivalent. Both carries the same meaning. However, there is space so that you can understand easier. The next time when you want to refer to a code and you see this, it is simpler than this. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do this, but this is a bit messy if you ask me. A good practice is to put spaces around operators, as I told you. When you use operators, I think spaces, it's advisable because it makes the whole statement cleaner. And next is line length and line breaks. For best readability, programmers often like to avoid code lines longer than 80 characters. So a line only holds 80 characters. If a JavaScript statement does not fit on one line, the best place to break it is after an operator. So this is the function code, but as you can see, the programmer broke down the line so that it is easier. You can write on a single line, no problem, but if the code is too long, then after 80 characters it will break down. So the next time when you refer to the same code, you might get a bit confused. So this is a cleaner way. And next is code blocks. JavaScript statements can be grouped together in code blocks inside curly brackets. The purpose of code blocks is to define statements to be executed together. One place you will find statements grouped together in blocks is in JavaScript functions. So this is an example. As you can see, JavaScript code blocks are written between these two. So as you click, it shows hello Dolly and how are you. Okay, this is not important. What's important is this. You can write multiple or single codes, but it should be done in this code block. And yep, speaking of keywords, as I mentioned earlier, this is some of the keywords: break, you know what's break, continue, debugger, for, function, if, else, return, and var. So this is JavaScript statements, and let's move on to JavaScript comments. Comments is pretty simple. As you can see, single line comments start with double slash. That means uh, you can use this double slash. For example, you know what is this code, but the next time when you want to refer to it, you want to understand the code. So you can write a bit of a description, but you must add this code. If not, when you run the whole code, you may find yourself in some error. So this code means that it will change heading, and this code means it will change paragraph. So any text between double slash and the end of the line will be ignored by JavaScript. This example uses a single line comment at the end of each line to explain the code. Okay, this is same, but even though it is after the code, this code will still run. After the double quote, whatever you're writing won't run. And multi-line comments. Multi-line comments start with this here, a slash followed by a star, and ends with a star followed by a dash. This is used for multi-line. This example uses a multi-line comment. So this is a multi-line comment, and these are the keys, or statements. These are the keys here. And using comments to prevent execution. As I said, this code, it will run, but double quote, if a double quote is typed before the code, it won't run. It will prevent the execution. Maybe you don't find this code useful, but you don't want to delete it because you have so much of work to do. Just add a double quote so that it will not run. Only this code will run. And this is a similar situation, but uses a comment block to prevent execution of multiple lines. This is JavaScript comments. And finally, for this video, it is JavaScript variables. So JavaScript variables are containers for storing data values. This is a variable. This is the name of the variable. Sorry. So the example is here. Yeah. So x is 5, y is 6, z is x plus y. You get 11. You have seen this example multiple times in the previous videos. Okay, this is same. It's just that x is price 1, y is price 2, z is total. So as you can see here, when you print total, it will be 11. Just a similar code. Okay, you can take a look. Alright. Next is JavaScript identifiers. As I said, underscore, dollar sign. These are some information that you can learn. Names can contain letters, digits, underscores, and dollar signs. It must begin with a letter, and it also can begin with dollar sign and underscore. Names are case sensitive. For example, small y and big Y are different. Sorry, reserved words like uh, var, for, return, else can't be used as names because they are reserved as keywords. If you use those keywords, the code will get screwed up. So this is an operator, as I mentioned earlier. This is an arithmetic, but this is an assignment operator. Sorry, arithmetic is plus, minus, times, and divide. So JavaScript data types. JavaScript variables can hold numbers like 100 and text values like John Doe. In programming, text values are called text strings because text is a string. JavaScript can handle many types of data, but for now, just think of numbers and strings. Okay, strings are written inside double or single quotes. Numbers are written without quotes because numbers are not string. Numbers are numeric value. So, as you can see here, the variable pi is 3.14. The variable person is John Doe. And the variable answer is yes, I am. But take a look here. Only the code which wants to display the value of pi can be executed, while the other two cannot because there's a double quote in front of each statement. Declaring JavaScript variables. So you declare a variable with a var and you add a name for the variable. After that, you assign a value for the name of the variable. So car name is Volvo. So the variable car name holds the value Volvo. This is an example. As you can see, there's variable person John Doe. Okay, speaking of this, you don't have to, assign each variable. For example, you don't have to write var for car name, var for price, because you see there's only one semicolon, but there's comma. That means the variable can assign three variables at once, but those three variables are not the same. They are different, just as normal. For example, variable person is John Doe, car name is Volvo, and the price is 200. So a single keyword assigns three variables. But as you can see here, we only want the car name, so Volvo shows up. As I said before, one statement, many variables. You can declare many variables in one statement. So you can see here. Also, you can do it this way. Okay, now let's go to value equals to undefined. As you can see, the variable is created. The name is created, but you didn't assign a value. So when you run it, it will show undefined. This is an undefined variable. Redeclaring JavaScript variables. If you redeclare a JavaScript variable, it will not lose its value. Example, you already created a variable called car name with the value Volvo, and you're typing it again. No problem, it will still show Volvo. JavaScript arithmetic. This is simple. X equals to 5, 2, 3 is 10. So when you use this code and click X, it will show 10. But this example, the X is a string of John, some space, and Doe. When you run, you want to display X, this will show up John Doe. And finally, okay, this is a bit tricky. I just highlighted so that you can take a closer look. Okay, now as you can see, X is string 5 plus 2 plus 3. Now we would think that the result would be 5 and 5. Nope, it's 5, 2, 3. Just the same. Okay, this is why. If you put a number in quotes, the rest of the numbers will be treated as strings and concatenated. So, if you want to add a string number in an operation, do it this way. Start with numerals first, followed by string. This will come up with a result showing 5, 5. We can try here. What's the problem? Um, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's right here. So when you run, take a look. 5 5, 2 plus 3 5 with a string 5. So this is something you should take note. And that's all from me about syntax, statements, comments, and variables. um, I will explain operators till assignment in another video. Until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.